You can make this old ball do anything.
I'll teach you the draw.
I'll teach you the short game.
The grip.
The cut shot.
Putting.
The fade.
Knockdown shot.
Soft high shots.
Low stingers to stop the ball on a dime.
You'll turn the ball into a green-seeking missile.
There are more than 26,000 PGA of America professionals dedicated to making you a better golfer. If you want help with your game, see your local PGA professional. The PGA of America, dedicated to growing the game.
Minneapolis, Minnesota, sparkling city of myriad lakes, the Mall of America, and a thriving art scene. Famous for small-town friendliness behind a big city skyline. With a population of less than 1 million, this city on the Mississippi boasts more golfers per capita than any other city in the country. And while the golfing season may be short in this part of the country, it more than makes up for that with its passion and intensity. The Professional Golfers Association of America presents the season's final major, Glory's Last Shot. The PGA Championship from Hazeltine National Golf Club in Chaska, Minnesota. Beaming with pride. Hello, my friends. Jim Nantz. Welcome to the 84th PGA Championship from suburban Chaska, Minnesota, home to Hazeltine National Golf Club. Opened over 40 years ago with one mission, to host major championships, Hazeltine has had more than its fair share. 2 Women's U.S. Opens, a Senior Open, and 2 United States Opens. Tony Jacklin winning here in 1970 and Payne Stewart in 1991. And now the world's greatest players have come to Minnesota for the PGA Championship. This Robert Trent Jones course has evolved over the years, and since Jones' death, his son Reese has refined it into one of the nation's top-ranked courses. The PGA bats clean up each year in the lineup of major championships, and it has been hitting nothing but home runs recently. Last year, David Toms held off a charging Phil Mickelson in a rousing head-to-head finish. In 2000, Tiger Woods beat upset-minded Bob May in a memorable playoff, becoming the only man besides Ben Hogan to win 3 professional majors in a season. The year before that, Woods withstood a furious rally by a young Sergio Garcia. Woods is #1 in the world ranking by a continent and a half. He won the 2002 Masters and the U.S. Open with seeming ease. But with visions of a Grand Slam dancing in his head, he shot 81 in the 3rd round of the British Open and finished out of contention. The question now is whether that will lead to a letdown or to extra motivation. Victory here would make Woods the first player to win 3 majors in a year twice. Tiger will face the strongest field ever assembled. 98 of the top 100 players in the world ranking are expected to tee it up. 29 of them have won a combined 63 major championships. Toms, who set the major championship scoring record a year ago, will be joined by 12 other PGA champions. Ernie Els, coming off his British Open triumph, leads a large and skilled foreign entry that also boasts past PGA champions Nick Price and Vijay Singh, as well as 2001 U.S. Open winner Retief Goosen, the precocious Garcia, and Ireland's Padraig Harrington, who has vaulted impressively into the world's top 10. But the people's choice may well be the ever-exciting Mickelson, who has not won in 41 majors, but who keeps coming close with smiling grace. Hazeltine head professional Mike Schultz calls the course awaiting all this talent, a heavyweight champion capable of knocking you out on virtually any hole. It's a brawny 7,360 yards, par 72. The best, prettiest, and scariest hole is the signature 16th. It measures only 402 yards, a par 4, but the tee shot must thread its way between water hazards on both sides of the fairway. From there, the approach is to an angle green that juts out over Lake Hazeltine. If tradition holds, 16 will once again prove to be a decisive place for the championship come Sunday in the pursuit for the famed Wanamaker Trophy. Minnesota golf fans turned out in force as the 84th PGA Championship began. The lead pairing the first 2 rounds consisted of current major champions Toms, Els, and Woods. They started on number 10. Els got away fast on the 90-degree dogleg left, chipping in for a birdie 3. For the year, he ranked second only to Woods in scoring average. One good birdie deserves another. Els ran down his putt for 4 on the long 11th. He's 2 under after 2, looking relaxed, but then again, he always looks relaxed. Tiger routinely parred 10 and then played this little pitch from the grabby bluegrass rough for his 3rd on the par 5 11th, setting up a birdie. And Tiger birdied the long par 4 12th with this putt after almost holding a 6-iron. 2 under through 3 holes. Defending champion Toms wasn't doing as well. He 3-putted 14 to go 1 over. Vijay Singh, the 98 PGA champion, made his presence known early, birdieing the 10th to go to 2 under par. Ahead on the uphill 18th, following 5 straight pars, Tiger hooked his tee shot into deep rough and came up considerably short with this chip. This putt for par. Making the turn now at 1 under 35. Jim Furyk, he of the funky swing, missed the cut in the year's first 3 majors, but birdied the 2nd hole, his 11th, and was -2. His depth short game always makes him dangerous. Long-hitting Davis Love, winner of the 97 PGA at Wingfoot, was also 2 under, playing the 597-yard 11th. 2 big shots set up this eagle try across most of the green, and it banged on the door before being turned away. Routine birdie for Love, now 3 under. Singh's 3rd shot to the rain-softened 11th was a dazzler. If you tried to shift a car into reverse that abruptly, you'd ruin the transmission. Vijay didn't waste the birdie opportunity. Love and Singh, paired together, were tied for the lead, and the wind was frisking up. Familiar frustration for Tiger on the 1st hole, his 10th of the day. Another drive hooked into heavy grass, this one hitting a Marshall. It took Woods 2 more shots to reach the back edge of the green on the par 4. 25-foot putt for par. Coming to a halt too soon, and it was back to even par after 2 straight bogeys for Tiger. Els also dropped back to even when he bogeyed the 2nd. Peter Lonard is a 35-year-old Australian who jokes that he is the oldest rookie on the PGA Tour. His long putter made this long putt for birdie on 14 look rather simple. Lonard was 2 under. After Furyk watched Jerry Kelly's putt on a similar line, he dropped his 25-footer for birdie on the 6th, his 15th hole of the day. Furyk's 4th birdie shot him to the top of the leaderboard. Woods came to the 196-yard 4th after stellar par saves at 2 and 3 and hit a 7-iron shot that might have set an NFL record for hang time. It finally came down and stopped 6 feet past the cup. Woods looking for birdie and a return to red figures. On the signature 16th, Love put his tee shot through the fairway into the creek on the left. It would cost him. He made double bogey to go back to -1. Singh met a like fate on the 17th, a scary par 3. He bogeyed after a wet tee shot and was 2 under. Leonard, who tried the U.S. Tour School on a dare, birdied 17 to tie Furyk for the lead at 4 under. Furyk having birdied number 7. Furyk finished his day on the 9th, putting for par. The 34-year-old veteran who has never won a major was in with a 68 under changing weather conditions.
The course got a lot tougher as the day went on today, I thought. The wind started blowing a little bit harder. The green started drying out, getting a little firmer, a little faster. And I think just keeping the ball in play and keeping it in front of me and not getting too much trouble today was the key.
The little-known Leonard didn't give his par putt at 18 quite enough, and posted a round of 69, 3 under par. He had earned more than $1 million in his rookie season with several high finishes and sounded composed.
I played reasonably well, gave myself a few good chances early and didn't take them, and then held a couple of long putts to sort of get myself going. And after that, I thought I played reasonably well. I played par 5s pretty poorly, which probably hurt me a little bit, but all in all, I'm more than happy with the deal.
Tiger parred his final hole, his 6th par in a row, and was overall pleased with his 1 under par 71.
I didn't hit my driver particularly well, that's for sure, but I felt like everything else was pretty good. I kept the ball in play for most of the day, and you know, the times that I was in play, I hit some really good iron shots and made a few putts.
Their expressions pretty much said it all for his playing partners in the showcase pairing. Justin Rose is the young Englishman who missed 22 straight cuts after turning professional at age 17. But he has been improving rapidly and birdied 17 to close within 1 of the lead. Retief Goosen, winner of the most recent Bell South Classic, started his afternoon round on number 10, and his downhill approach, closely scrutinized, was this close to an eagle. Goosen was off to a rousing start with the tap-in birdie. And there's little Fred Funk, 46 years old. Came to the 17th, 3 under par, and had this 20-foot putt for birdie and the co-lead. Joining Furyk at 4 under with a hole to play. Battling erratic wind burst on 18, Funk for par. And what an entertainer he was, day 1.
Today was just it was actually one of my worst ball striking rounds I probably had in probably all year, but it was truly my best putting round I've had all year. So I obviously I can't rely on the putter 4 straight days, so I got to start hitting it a little bit better.
Goosen played the 18th, his 9th hole of the round. This for birdie to go to 2 under. And he chipped in at the par 4 second to pick up another stroke and finish 3 under. A total of 21 players broke par in the blustery opening round. The round 1 leaderboard. Veteran players Funk and Furyk, each without a major title. Tiger was lurking ominously in his assault on history. Plenty of international flavor bunched at 1 under. Past champions Elkington and Price were even with par. And Rich Beam qualified by winning the International just 2 weeks before. The PGA of America is committed to develop the stars of tomorrow. And while the youth of Minnesota watched the professionals up close in person, there were several events focusing on growing the game of golf this week. 45 Minnesota PGA section professionals entertained and taught over 350 boys and girls from 42 nonprofit organizations during a youth golf clinic. Just one of the many programs the PGA offers to its up-and-coming golfers.
The PGA Championship being here at Hazeltine has given us a great opportunity in this community. We had over 1,400 young people that attended the PGA Champions Clinic. We had 12 of our great PGA champions, as well as the governor, who put on a great show for those young people who represented 42 local not-for-profit organizations.
No one is too young to pick up golf. The PGA of America dedicated to growing the game. Friday morning's weather was as fair as Thursday morning's was foul. Sunny, mild, just a light breeze, conditions suited to low scoring. No one scores lower than the streaky Calcavecchia when he's on. Bold and long, he was on this day. His eagle chip from the rough on the 15th. His 6th hole of the round, propelling him to 5 under. He was still 6 under, teeing off on the 178-yard 8th hole. And nearly slam dunked his 6-iron. The emotional Calcavecchia now 7 under. Then on the 9th, his final hole of the round, he hit a rare drive left, which led to a poor lie in the rough for his 3rd, which led to a long par putt. Which then led to this bogey effort. A round of 68 that sent him into the weekend at 6 under par.
I made 3 bad swings all day, and they were in the last 6 holes, and, you know, very pleased with my position, whatever it's going to be heading into tomorrow. So, you know, if I keep hitting those good ones, you know, it makes the bad ones hurt a little less.
At the 10th, Goosen, who missed the cut in 3 of his 5 PGAs, hit 2-iron, 9-iron to 2 feet. And birdie to move to 3 under. Picking on the par 5s, he went on to birdie 11 and then knocked in this birdie putt at 15. The South African, who lives in London, is now 5 under par for the championship. Justin Leonard saw Calcavecchia's torrid scoring and used it as a pace setter. He hit a 5-iron close on 17 and was 6 under after this birdie putt disappeared. The 1997 British Open winner has been reworking his swing with teacher Butch Harmon. Leonard, second to his good friend Davis Love in the 97 PGA, finished at 6 under par after 2 putts on the 18th. That was a round of 66.
The golf course was playing fairly easy this morning, and I think Mark Calcavecchia going out and playing so well early, making a bunch of birdies, felt like I kind of had somebody to chase, and so I was able to stay aggressive and take advantage of the good shots that I hit.
Rich Beam doesn't have much experience in majors at age 31, but his eyes were on the big prize this week, and on this 15-foot birdie putt on 17. The former assistant pro at El Paso Country Club was 5 under with 1 hole to play in round 2. Beam's drive on 18 was wild right, but he found an opening through and under the trees, punching a 7-iron that not only reached the green, but finished close to the hole. What a creative recovery. Beam for a round of 66. 6 under for the championship, now in contention and proving a prize interview with his free-spirited comments.
I didn't have any expectations whatsoever coming into this event. This is my 3rd major championship, so still a little new to me, you know, because it's a completely different week than it is for normal weeks. So I'm just thrilled to death where I'm at right now.
Goosen was somewhat less thrilled with his situation off the 18th green.
I didn't have a good lie, but I knew I had a lot of green to work with from the back there, and it just came out perfectly. Sort of halfway there, I knew it was pretty close to going in, and it went right in. The course is very fair. A lot of players feel like they can do well this week. The wind's picking up now this afternoon, so 6 under's got a pretty good chance of staying on top of the leaderboard.
Well, it's an exciting year for the PGA Championship. We've got 98 of the world's top 100, the strongest field of all time. You add to that a media record for the PGA Championship of 900 members of the international media.
The extensive coverage by all manner of 21st century media reached hundreds of millions of golf followers around the globe.
You couple that with a new relationship with AOL, adding to our .com website, it really points to the PGA Championship and its stature in the world of golf.
Now it's time to get back to the action, and Furyk's long putt for birdie at the par 4 fifth hole. Furyk was now 5 under par. Funk, the co-leader with Furyk after the first round, started his day on number 10 and birdied right out of the gate with an 18-foot putt to go 5 under. Young Rose, playing in his first PGA and also starting off the 10th, also birdied. By way of a nerveless chip-in. The challenging course provoked exciting recovery shots. As for the favorite, Tiger Woods parred the first 3 holes before lining up this 6-iron on the 196-yard fourth. His on-plane swing produced a trajectory under the wind. And a birdie chance from 4 feet. Golf's main man doesn't miss many of these. And he didn't miss this one either, to go to 2 under par. At the next hole, he followed a 178-yard 7-iron approach by curling in this 25-foot putt for another birdie. Now 3 under. Woods drove the ball 356 yards on the par 5 7th and had an eagle putt that bent severely from right to left. A 2-putt birdie, and Tiger had rolled to 4 under. Funk is the straightest driver on tour, but possibly the shortest. Yet he was over the 15th in 2 downwind and almost made the eagle chip. The birdie gave Funk the lead alone at 7 under. Pierre Folke is a European Ryder Cupper and the son of a Swedish national swimming champion. His downhill birdie putt on the 9th green, his final hole of the day, seemed to take forever. But it was worth the wait. It capped a bogey-free 68 that sent Folke to 4 under par. Tiger was 4 under at 13, but pulled his par putt and gave back a stroke. Furyk short-sided himself on the treacherous 17th hole and could not control his chip from the rough. The disappointing bogey dropped Furyk to 3 under for the championship. At 6:21 p.m., play was suspended with 41 players still on the course. A violent electrical storm illuminated the Minnesota skies and dumped 3 inches of rain overnight. Only a tireless early morning effort restored Hazeltine to playable conditions. The storm was gone Saturday, but raging winds would arrive behind it. Funk wore an uncharacteristic concerned look, resuming his second round on the 5th hole. He bunkered his second shot and 2-putted from 3 feet, the bogey leaving him at 6 under. Watch this, a Tiger special. In a fairway bunker on 18, the ball below his feet, a chill wind hurting, tall trees in his line to the hole, about 200 yards away. He smoked a 3-iron as purely as possible.
That was probably one of the all-time greatest shots I've ever hit right there.
And after that shot, you just knew he'd make the birdie putt. He was now 4 under at the halfway point.
I'm in good shape right now. I'm only 2 back right now, and we got a long way to go. This will be a tough day for all of us, and just got to somehow grind it out and gut it out today.
Funk finishing his second round Saturday morning, pushing his 3rd shot at the 7th, thick greenside rough. No angle to the hole, and all he does is fly it right into the cup. The unlikely birdie brought him back to 7 under, captivating the huge and appreciative crowds all week with his infectious enthusiasm. He bogeyed number 8 for a 36-hole score of 6 under. What did he expect for the rest of his split shift on Saturday?
The greens are a little bit slower, and that's one thing I didn't adjust to earlier. But the biggest factor is going to be the wind. It's going to be tough out there, especially if it picks up like they say it's going to.
Saturday morning, with the second round complete, the lead was tied 5 ways, with Tiger looming large. Allenby improved 10 shots from a first-round 77. At 2 under, a German, 2 Aussies, a Dane, an American, and an Englishman. Minnesota native and nice guy Tom Lehman was a gallery favorite. Mickelson double bogeyed his last hole and made the cut on the number. The delayed cut fell at +4 Saturday, and several established stars missed it, including the defending PGA champion. The top 25 finishers in the PGA Club Professional Championship qualified for the field. 2, both Minnesotans, made the cut. David Tennis from Woodbury and Don Barry from Brooklyn Park. They were understandably thrilled to compete, and compete well, with some of the best-known names in the game.
When you look at the PGA Championship, it's the World Professional Championship. You've got all the great players, and that includes the club professionals. Now we've got Don Barry and Dave Tennis, who have made the cut, competing with the strongest field in the history of golf. It's a very special time.
It's just an awesome experience. You're walking down the first hole, and there's 2,000-3,000 people looking at you, waiting for you to shank it or hit it 3 feet, you know. But it's just truly amazing. I've never played in a tour event, and I played terrible today, and I had a great time every shot. It's just a wonderful experience.
The third round of a major championship is tough enough without wind gusting up to 40 miles an hour, as it was Saturday at Hazeltine. The top contenders pulled their caps down and focused on the challenge ahead. Woods wanting to atone for his third round in bad weather at the British. Funk, the people's choice, for his happy-to-be-here attitude. Beam, poor-mouthing his chances but playing confidently. Leonard, a noted wind player from Texas. Calcavecchia, a feared front-runner. And Goosen with 2 steady 69s on the board. The galvanized Funk is driving the ball farther than usual this week, but his wind-blown tee shot on the first hole found a watery bunker.
From El Paso, Texas, Rich Beam.
Rich Beam, a customary swig of Pepto-Bismol under his belt, would hit a beautiful opening drive. And an even prettier approach at the first. He would make that short birdie putt to lead at 7 under par for the championship. Goosen faltered on the monstrous third. His fourth shot from over the green was followed by 2 putts. It would add up to a bogey. He would bogey the fourth hole as well and slump suddenly to 4 under. Justin Leonard was still 6 under, playing the par 4 fifth, but drove into the wet rough between the bunkers. From there, he would thrash a 9-iron. Landing short of the green, he would pitch up and miss the putt, giving back a stroke. Woods looked to be playing for pars in the biting wind. This downhill 30-footer on the 6th played a little too carefully, leaving himself a dicey 4-footer for par.
Played a little pinball, didn't it, with the cup before finally going down. Tiger now 4 under, right where he came in. It was a bad cap day as Goosen and Funk demonstrated back in the 6th fairway. Goosen battened down his headwear, but Funk had to chase his down. Goosen's hat stayed on, but his game deserted him in the 3rd round. He missed his bogey putt on 6, and the scoreboard recorded his ongoing demise. He would shoot a painful 79. At the par 5 7th, Leonard Sandwedge set up a 10-foot birdie putt. Leonard was managing his game very nicely in the blustery conditions. Right to left putt for birdie. And Leonard, 6 under for the championship. Tiger on the 9th pushed his drive into a fairway bunker, then hit into a greenside bunker, and left himself 10 feet under the hole to keep his string of pars alive. Does anyone make as many impressive par saves as this man? Woods turning in 36. You can bet the leaders knew right where the world's #1 player stood. Leonard's 9-iron to the 10th green. With his distinctive follow-through, tracking to the flag. Setting up a birdie try from about 4 feet. He would make the putt, tie the lead with Beam. Tiger parred 10 and then smashed the 3-wood second on the 597-yard 11th. He had plenty of time to savor its carry to the green. What a gorgeous shot it was. Setting up an eagle try for Tiger. With an extra dose of body language, it still wouldn't turn in. Only his 3rd birdie of the 4 par 5s for the week got him to 5 under for the championship. Funk in the group behind Tiger could not overpower the 11th. Still, his 95-yard 3rd shot would give him a chance for birdie. And the gregarious former college golf coach ran down the 18-foot putt to show there's more than one way to skin a birdie. Funk now 6 under. Beam was at -7. He's a 5'8", 155-pound power plant who reached the fringe on 11 and 2. And then coaxed this chip shot into birdie range. Beam for the outright lead at 8 under. Calcavecchia's high fade isn't the ideal ball flight in nasty wind, but you'd never know it from his approach on the difficult 12th. He would make the putt to go to 6 under. Funk hit an oddly thin 5-iron off the 13th tee. He would lapse to 5 under with the bogey. The aggressive Beam held a narrow lead. He played college golf and majored in marketing at New Mexico State, where his father Larry is the coach. Beam blamed bad club selection for his 2nd shot into a bunker on 14 and came out well short. This long putt for par. Beam had backed up to 7 under with the bogey. Playing partner Leonard didn't hit the green either on the short par 4, but got up and down for par to stay 7 under. Look at this execution. The par 5 15th, 586 well-bunkered yards to a 3-tier green. Chris Riley is a third-year tour pro out of UNLV. He had this putt for birdie at 15. And Riley moved up the leaderboard at 4 under. Tiger for birdie at 15. He was now merely a stunning 3 for 12 on the par 5s and stayed 5 under for the championship overall. The Funkster lining up a 15-footer for birdie at 15. Funk was even par for the day and 6 under for the championship. Leonard with a nifty effort. Third shot to the par 5 15. It would lead to birdie and a -8 total. Reasonable-minded PGA officials moved the 16th tee markers forward due to screaming headwinds, but the hole was still a challenge. Woods putted from 25 feet for par. Mr. Clutch once again. Woods knew the putt kept him within reach of the leaders.